Hello, and welcome back to the arcade. My name's Sean, as always, and we're back in Blighted Skies. So, funny story. I had filmed a whole episode, made this little fishing dock with a hut for our fisherman right here, fisherman Ethrin. We had did some decorating, some landscaping, throw some vegetation out there. We had this druid village we built up. We kind of expanded the ancestral burial grounds of the Myconids. We had this destroyed city that is kind of overtaken by some Myconoid druids and some undead skeletons, as well as a few areas of wildlife. And we went through and made all the quest lines for the whole area, and I was talking through the whole thing, and I went to go edit it, and none of my mic audio picked up. So, real quick, just kind of overview of what we kind of did is when the players get here to this town, Fort Dunning, or Marrowfen, the captain kind of tells you to introduce yourself around, go do a little bit of investigating, and find out why they haven't heard anything from this town, which doesn't have a name. So if you have a name for the town, please put it in the comments below and see what's going on there. And you do, and you come back, and you're like, oh man, the city's under attack, there's undead everywhere. And they're like, okay, well go meet up with the team over there, and you guys are going to go in. Meanwhile, you also have this hunter squad of the expedition. There's an order of the expedition who are these huntresses, who are kind of like the scouts, kind of going forward, and she wants you to go out and hunt various creatures. This one is the crocodile, the alpha crocodile over here, old One Eye, some wolves. She wants you to kill a couple wolves over here, and then she wants you to crack some shells too, and bring her back the Black Claw from Obsidian Claw. Then, when you meet up with the team, the whole idea is that this whole group would move with the squad, and this would be like an elite or escort quest that would need a team, kind of like in WoW. And you'd go through and go to each of the buildings before going to the tower and defeating Sunderspore. They're then going to tell you to go report this to the druids in the forward camp. And these guys here, you have one here kind of being like, hey, we know there's a problem with undead coming from those burial sites. We need to get approval. So they're going to ask in here for approval to go into their ancient burial sites before going in. And then he has you go in and kind of clear it all out from all the undead that have been brought up, as well as taking out Nashbroken. I thought I changed his name, but I guess we haven't. If you got a name for Nashbroken, the Myconoid druid who is tainted the ancestral burial grounds, let me know. There's also another huntress who has you kill level 5 crocodiles, as well as spiders, and giving her samples of the spores that are over here. And then lastly, we had Advisor Medell, kind of have you do a couple quests throughout the city, curing what ails them, kind of working on with the huntress to cure the spores, showing the High Warden, and then this last one is going to be the move to the next zone quest. We were set up to come here. And that's kind of what we did last time. I also talked about some things, so I did lose my job probably about a week ago now. I've since started a new one, so there is that. Luckily, was able to find a job very quickly. We'll see how it works. I started today. Today is actually the 28th of May. This will probably come out on Saturday. But, yeah. We'll see how it goes. It just seems very interesting. I got a brand new car, because I had to. 2014 Challenger. Got it at the auto auction. Seems like it's in decent condition. A little bit of things that I'm going to have to fix up, but overall, it's been a very productive week. Now, there was one last thing I wanted to do before we went to the next zone, and that was kind of dress up the spider area a little bit more. I want to give us another tree. Move that in like so. And then really I did kind of want to leave it open, but let's get the scenery and let's see what we can cook up here real quick. I think with that, we have finished Springmarsh. Yeah. The introduction to the cult of myconoids who are starting to bring back their ancestors from the dead, which is forbidden by their practitioners, but they're doing it anyways. Using their bodies to grow more of these strange fungal spores that they're not really sure what they are. And that was another thing. These red mushrooms are the problem. These are the ones that are giving off the strange spores. These are the ones that the cult are starting to grow everywhere. These red ones that start off as these little white ones is kind of my idea. Some of them are growing almost all the way up before they even get their red caps. So it started over here. Or at least a sect of them did. The purple mushrooms are okay though, as you can see. Kind of a shorter episode today, and sadly we did miss out on the other episode because of all that audio loss. But I just wanted to make sure that we got a video out and put something out there, because you know, consistency is important. Some weeks you just don't feel like really doing anything, especially after last week when I lost a whole 2 hours of footage and recording just because I didn't record or make sure the mic was working. But that's okay. It happens. Life happens. What's important is that you don't let it keep you from continuing. I think next time we're going to continue on to our next area, the myconoid capital. It is not Richmond, but we'll keep that for next time. As always, thank you for coming to the arcade. And if you're still here, hit that like and subscribe button to help me, Popo, and Jet out. They really appreciate it, and so do I. Have a great night. And remember, if you want to get added as a character or an NPC, just go ahead and leave a comment with which class or what NPC, or if you'd like to be an NPC in the next quest area. Okay? Have a great night.